Exciting.
A reminder to all of you that if you prefer not to have your image streamed to the internet, that's a good time to turn off your camera, and consider that your name is likely on your box as well. Whatever feels comfortable to you, we are glad to have you here in whatever form is the form that feels right.
So we are so excited to be back, both of us together on this Shabbat. It has been,
And
um,
consider that your name
you know what, I'm just
is
going to mute us.
likely on your box as well. Whatever feels comfortable.
You can't hear her at all.
Try that again. We are so glad to be back with you all tonight, both of us together, Rabbi Carrie and me, and so delighted to share this Zoom screen with you and also to say hello to those of you who are on Facebook or on YouTube or watching it on Roku. We are just delighted on this picture perfect September evening to welcome Shabbat together. So we invite you wherever you are, whatever comfy couch you're sitting on or a chair, or wherever you might find yourself, just to take a deep Shabbos breath with us as the light changes even more through the day and the shadows grow longer, to celebrate the fact that we're all back here together again, starting September together in the middle of this month of Elul, this preparatory month before Rosh Hashanah. We thought we'd start by singing Sanctuary together and just reminding ourselves that we are a safe and holy place for each other in this community. So please sing along. Adonai, prepare me to be a sanctuary, pure and holy, tried and true, and in thanksgiving I'll be a living sanctuary for you. Adonai, prepare me to be a sanctuary, pure and holy, tried and true, and in thanksgiving I'll be a living sanctuary for you. And we turn now to the lighting of our Shabbat candles, and maybe some of you have your candles also handy. And if you want to get your candles out, you're welcome to join us in this lighting. And Dan, we're going to switch, if you can, to Sandy Jo, if we can spotlight her. She'll be actually doing the lighting for us.
And I see Ellie here, and I'm thinking of our Friday nights. Hi, Ellie, and how she lights the candles so often for us on Friday night. So, and invite you to see she has her candles in front of her as well to focus on the light the different members of our community bring.
Oh, Ellie, I didn't even see you. I don't. Oh, there you guys are. Great. Let's light together. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu just feel that deep breath beginning, looking at those beautiful flames on the candles, and just inviting you all after this week, whatever you can breathe out and let go of from this week, to make more and more space for Shabbat, for peace, for wholeness. Feel free to just get even more comfy. Robin Vogel, I love how comfy you are. And tonight we're also going to do kiddush. We're going to do kiddush tonight. So if you have a little grape juice or a little wine, we invite you to sing along with us. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kidshanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu v'shabbat kodsho b'ahava uvratzon hinchilanu zikaron lema'aseh v'reshit ki hu yom techila lemikra kodesh zecher litziat Mitzrayim kivanu v'acharta ve'otanu kidashta mikol ha'amim v'shabbat kodshecha be'ahava uvratzon hinachaltanu. Baruch atah Adonai mekadesh hashabbat lechaim.
Because we imagine these early Friday night services a little bit like we're sitting around each other's tables, enjoying each other's company, and a Shabbos dinner together, a challah as we make motzi together. You can tell by the perfection of the braids, not a homemade challah, but one purchased with love, as my grandmother of blessed memory would always say. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamotzi lechem min haaretz. Amen.
Amen. And let us turn, all of us together, to welcoming Shabbat together. L'chadodi. Come, friends. Let us greet the Shabbat presence, the Queen, this place of rest and wholeness after this week. L'chadodi likrat kala p'nei Shabbat mekabelam. L'chadodi likrat kala p'nei Shabbat mekabelam. Shamor v'zachor v'dibor echad hishme'anu el hamiyuchad Adonai echad u'shemo echad l'shemo tiferet ve'lit hilah l'chadodi likrat kala p'nei Shabbat nekabelam. Likrat Shabbat lechu v'nelcha ki mikor haberacha berosh mikedem nesucha sof ma'aseh v'machshava techila l'chadodi likrat kala p'nei Shabbat mekabelam. Eret Bala Dam Besimcha Uvetzohala Toch Emunei Am Segula Boi Kala Boi Kala Lecha Dodi Likrat Kala Pnei Shabbat Lekabela. Baruch Hu, dear one, the official start of our evening service, this gateway into our Ma'ariv service. May we find our way home tonight in ourselves, the light that shines within us and the light that shines within each person. And just looking around this Zoom room and seeing all of your faces, feeling all of your light and your smiles. It's a beautiful smile, Didi. So let's sing to our light. Baruch Hu, dear one, Shekhinah, holy name. When I call on the light of my soul, I come home. Baruch Hu, dear one, Shekhinah, holy name. When I call on the light of my soul, I come home. Baruch Hu, dear one, Shekhinah, holy name. When I call on the light of my soul, I come We turn to the words of the Shema, listening for what is being spoken to us in our lives, listening to the wholeness of all creation, even when we can be feeling kind of broken up at times and lonely. We know we are held in this web, all of us together, all who live and breathe on this entire planet. So let's join our words together with the Shema. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Leolam Va'ed. Tonight we're going to sing the English words of Ve'ahavta. Please join in with us. These are one of the first prayers that Debbie Friedman put to music about 40 years ago now. And thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all thy heart, with all thy soul, and with all thy mind. And all these words which I command you on this day shall be upon thy heart. So good to
I
see.
was watching the comments flood in. I don't know if you could see them, Beth, as you were strumming and singing, but many people were reminiscing about where that song connects them to the places of joy and comfort, often of their youth. And I was looking at the families who we have sitting here of every generation of our community and realizing that we now all share this moment, this Shabbat, this 1st September, on this beautiful day in this hard time, singing about love together in a community, and how grateful I am to be a part of that.
Amen. We turn to the words of Hashki Venu. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu leshalom v'hamidenu malkeinu lechaim. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu leshalom v'hamidenu malkeinu lechaim. Ushmor et Seitenu Uvaweinu Lechaim u'shalom me'ata ve'ad olam. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu leshalom v'hamidenu malkeinu lechaim. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu leshalom v'hamidenu malkeinu lechaim.
So this is a family-friendly Shabbat, which means it's a chance for every generation in our community to pray together. And I see my children waving at me from a different room in my house. I see so many smiles and so many incredible people. I see the Bovermans. I see Ellie and her family waving at us. I see so many people here. And I see so much power and love in each of these little, what Beth has taught me is a Zoomicle, which is like a cubicle, but I misheard and now pronounce Zoomsicle, which is because I like popsicles. So you can tell where my mind always goes. And I invite each of you in each of your Zoomsicles, wherever you are right now, to take this story that I'm about to offer into your heart. And it's a story for young people, but I think it has so much wisdom for all of us, particularly on this Shabbat, on this Friday night when we consider the Parsha Ki Tavo. And in Ki Tavo, we are commanded to what to do at a harvest. When the harvest comes up, we're to see the harvest, we're to name the harvest, we're to lift up the harvest, and we're to declare out loud our gratitude for the harvest. And so often when we think of harvest in this season, we think of going out into the fields and speaking our gratitude for everything in the outside world that is coming to us. But I think this book and this story invites us to consider in a slightly different way the harvests inside, the bright lights inside each of us, and how we speak with gratitude about them. So this is called the apple tree's discovery. And those of you who don't know this about me, I was a preschool teacher for about 15 years of my life. It is my first love is preschool teaching, which I'm sure many of you can guess. So I will try to make this story appropriate for all and give myself away as a preschool teacher nonetheless. The apple tree's discovery. And I did hear that apple picking season is beginning here in New England. So consider what you might go and explore. In a great oak forest where the trees grew tall and majestic, there was a little apple tree. It was the only apple tree in that forest, and it stood alone. Winter came. As the snow fell to the forest floor, it covered the branches of the little apple tree. The forest was quiet and peaceful. One night, the little apple tree looked up at the sky and saw a wonderful sight. The stars in the sky appeared to be hanging on the branches of the oak trees. "Oh God," whispered the little apple tree, "how lucky those trees are to have such beautiful stars hanging on their branches. I want more than anything in the world to have stars. Then I would feel truly special." God looked down at the apple tree and said gently, "Have patience, little apple tree." Time passed. The snows melted and spring came to the land. Tiny white and pink buds appeared on the apple tree. Birds came to rest on its branches. People walked by and admired the beautiful blossoms. All summer long, the apple tree continued to grow, the branches filled with leaves forming a canopy overhead. But night after night, the little tree looked up at the millions upon millions of stars. "Oh God," the tree cried, "I want more than anything in the world to have stars on my branches and in my leaves, just like the great oak trees." God looked down and said, "Little apple tree, you already have gifts. Your fragrant blossoms fill the air, your branches offer a resting place for birds, and your leaves offer shade for weary travelers. Isn't that enough?" The apple tree sighed and answered, "Dear God, I don't mean to sound ungrateful. I appreciate the pleasures I give to others. But what I want more than anything in the whole world is to have stars. Then I would feel truly special." God smiled and said, "Be patient, little apple tree." The seasons changed again. It was fall, and the little apple tree was filled with many beautiful apples. Walking in the forest, people reached up and picked the tasty fruit. Still, when night fell on the forest, the apple tree looked through the oak trees at the stars and called out, "Oh God, I want more than anything in the world to have stars on my branches. Then I would feel truly special." God asked, "Isn't it enough that you now have wonderful apples to offer?" The apple tree shook its branches sadly. At that moment, God caused a hard wind to blow. The apple tree began to sway even more, and suddenly apples fell from the top branch. When they hit the ground, they split open. "Look," commanded God. "What? do you see? The apple tree looked down and saw that right in the center of each apple was a star. Stars! I have stars. The apple tree rejoiced. Yes, God laughed. You do have stars, and they've been there all along. You just didn't know it. In this season, in the week where we read Ki Tavo, where we are challenged by our Torah portion to name the blessings as we see them. And as I saw so many of you smiling as you heard this familiar story, I think we are challenged, each of us, to name one of those stars we are carrying inside of us, to lift it up, to see it for the beauty and the magic it is, and to be grateful for the light, the star that is each one of us. Shabbat Shalom, everyone. We turn now, feeling the neshama that is in each of us, the soul that is in each of us, the goodness that is in each of us, to the sacred work of healing in community. We say these names out loud, praying for a refuah shlema, a complete healing, wholeness of body, of mind, of spirit. We say these names out loud, promising as well our attention, our love, and our sacred work as a community to heal this world. This week, we are praying for Gershon ben Matityahu, for Kathy Check, who is recovering well from shoulder surgery, for Sharon Solomon, who is recovering well from a broken nose, for Cheryl Ruxin, Peter Nichols, Shirley and Lester Siegel, Mary Bishop, Hannah Byron and Lucas Raduch, for Ed Snow, Al Wykelis, Lori Brown, Marlene Hale, Devorah Yehudit, Adam and Nick Travis, and Maureen Mortel, for Emma Jules Charney, for Helen Travis, for Alan Travis, Joanne Travis, for Janice Wiesenfeld, Sandy Samuels, Jerome Sachs, Louise Avedon, Nadja Finkelstein, Joel Seiner, for Rosalind Hoffman, Joel Meeks, Judy Planchen, Audrey, our continued prayers for you, Bernice Hutzler Stein, Tina Duffy, Debbie Gilman, Neil Daniels Midman, Abraham Lyon, William O'Brien, for Ron and Patty Shepard, Mary Jane Gendro, Jennifer Chase, Ellen Lee, Judy Donaldson, Isaac Altman Sagan, Rabbi David Nelson, Jeff Bray, Arlene Edelson, Vicki Oman, Gail Treger, for Melissa Martin and her daughter Cassie, for Ken Blumberg, Jim Krasnow, Asher Guy, Ben Chava Vahersh Shmuel, Justin and Jen Alexander, Gladys Schucker, Claude Lieber, Nancy Lazaro Lieber, Bob Friedman, Kathy Nath, Mason Lee, and Sarah Flynn. For all these names, we invite you to add names of those you are praying for in the chat or on our Facebook page, and know we carry each of these names in our hearts.
May the source of strength, who bless the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen. Misheberach imotenu mekor habracha leavotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Please keep the names coming if they are coming to you, and we'll sing, may the one who makes peace in the heavens make peace on us. Oh, say shalom bimroma, huya ase shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'imru, imru amen. Yase shalom, shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, 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 yase shalom, shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael. I'm going to be thinking about that story for a long time. It's been a long time since I've heard that, and that star within, that light within. And we turn to the words of Mourner's Cottage now, remembering those who came before us, giving honor to them tonight. Beginning with those still in the time of Shloshim, of the 30 days since the time that they have died. We remember tonight Marilyn Nass, Eric Nass's beloved mother, Nina Friedman's mother-in-law. And this is the last night of Shloshim for Jim Medford, for Caroline Lieber's beloved father. And the Yortzites tonight include Karen Grossman's beloved father, S. Harold Grossman, Julian Bell, Bruce Bell's father. This is his 15th Yortzeit. and Daniel Fines, Judy Fines' father, who passed away 30 years ago. We remember Martha Berman's father, Richard Yusufian, who died 63 years ago. Barbara Snow. This is her 13th yahrzeit, the beloved mother of Nancy, Linda, and Michael, mother-in-law of David, Mark, and Elizabeth, grandmother of Hannah, Ben, Josh, Aaron, Jenny, Abigail, and Nathaniel, remembered with much love tonight. I'm so glad you are all with us tonight to remember. And still in this time of the year of memory, Jack Vance, Diana Dessy, Billy Mortel, Helen Crancer, Alan Finder, Myra Perez, Ida Bershad.
With these names in our hearts, we become a community of memory, weaving our voices and our love to hold each other. Yitgadal ve'yitkadash Shemei Rabbah, Be'alma divra chirute v'yamlich malchute, B'chayechon uvyomechon uvchaye dechol Beit Yisrael, Ba'gala uvizman kariv v'imru Amen. Yehei Shmei Rabbah Mevorach, Leolam ul'almei almaya. Yitbarach ve'yishtabach ve'yitpa'ar ve'yitromam ve'yitnaser. V'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal Shemei dekudasha b'richu. Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata. Tushbechata v'nechemata. Damiram be'alma v'imru Amen. Yehei shlama rabba min shemaya. V'chaim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru Amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav. Hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'al kol yoshvei tevel v'imru Amen.
It is such a joy to be with you all tonight as we begin this new month of September. And as many of you know, there is a tradition of hearing the shofar every day of the month of Elul. And we've had some great shofar blowers at our weekly update. Karen Grossman, we were blown away by your blowing in our weekly update. And Sharon Solomon with her Ibex shofar was in the email for today. And tonight we have the joy of having Audrey give us our Elul blast for today before we conclude the service. Beautiful. Thank you.
Wow. Took a while. Yeah, but it was good.
So may we all continue our waking up this month, this time of self-reflection and introspection. And may this Shabbat fill us with peace and wholeness and spaciousness that we so need, this feeling of connection with each other. And we thought, because of Rabbi Carey's beautiful story about the apple, that we would end tonight's service singing, "It is a tree of life to those who hold fast to it." And please just belt it out from wherever you are, and just wishing you such light and peace tonight. It is a tree of life to those who hold fast to it, and all of its supporters are happy. It is a tree of life to those who hold fast to it, and all of its supporters are happy. this to you all.
Shabbat shalom, everyone.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
Thank you so much.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
Stay healthy.
Shabbat shalom. Shabbat shalom.
Bye.
Shabbat shalom,
Bye. Shabbat
everybody.
shalom. Thank you.
Thank you, Dana,
Bye.
for your beautiful
Thank you
screen
so
share.
much.
You're welcome.
Good.
You had a little competition on the cantors there on the guitar. I don't know if you saw.
Yeah.
Hi, Ellie.
Our kids.
So nice to see you. I've missed you so much.
Ellie, closer to the camera so we can see you. Yay!
Hey, do you want to blast us with a shofar too?
Hi, Ellie. I don't have one.
Beth, do you want to stop the share on Facebook?
Yeah. Yep. I don't know if I can without ending everything though. You think?